DIY.
On Twitter, I saw someone snip up a clip from an interview with the legendary Beanie Sigel, Rockefeller Records, State Property Beanie Sigel, and it was a headline that really got my attention because Beanie Sigel says he plans on using AI to restore his voice on an upcoming project. Beanie Sigel's voice changed drastically after he was unfortunately shot, and it changed the entire texture of his voice. And for those that are fans of Beanie Sigel, so much of the appeal of Beanie Sigel is his voice.
New project coming soon.
Okay.
I think I found my best friend. I think I found a good friend with this AI thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people frown on AI, but I think that's going to work out for me. Yeah, I had a colorful life, so I've been through things that hindered my.
So you finna say the AI got you sounding like beans back then?
Yeah,
That's what you saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Real soon too.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The AI finna be a game changer, a life changer, right?
Yeah, it's definitely for me. Like a lot of people that I've seen, they be frowning upon it. Like I'm like, oh, so how can I use that? So I was talking to somebody and they told me how you program the AI, you run the vocals through there. So y'all want that old, what they say, the old beans? Because the pen's still there. It's just the voice. So if y'all want that, man, I'm gonna shoot y'all something, man. So I'm gonna use AI on myself.
Interesting. It gives you a different perspective. I know that AI, especially in the producer space, especially in our online community, sometimes gets a really, really bad rap, and many times rightfully so. But this is a use of AI that I did not even think about. The folks who are not active artists, or at least as active as they once were because of things that have happened to their health that has changed the presentation of their music and of their voice in particular. I think about the rapper DOC and how he lost his voice in an unfortunate accident, and it literally derailed his entire career. I think about Beanie Sigel, who went through his ordeal and lost the original texture of his voice to the point that I'm sure when he records new music or attempts to record new music, he has that feeling in his gut like, that don't quite sound like the Beanie I want to give these people. He's saying through utilizing AI, it's going to give him an opportunity to not only get back on the mic with the same ferociousness, the same texture, the same approach, but also be able to tap into a voice he hasn't had for years.
Yeah, a lot of people frown on AI, but I think that's going to work out for me. Yeah.
I think he is an example of a lot of artists that are changing their point of view on AI and looking at it less as the replacement. I think the entire phenomenon, the entire focus, hyper focus on replacement, losing jobs. I think it's very Chicken Little, the sky is falling, panic button pushing point of view. And I think we're so early into this space that folks are worrying about the wrong things instead of focusing on, well, what could be the possible benefits? What are the new jobs that are now going to be created because of these? What is it going to now free my time up in doing if I utilize this? It's interesting also when he talks about him kind of changing his perspective on it because of the opportunities it could give him that his current health situation cannot match. I think about other artists as well, thinking about licensing their voices out for these companies to use. That's the ultimate bag, not protecting the music that's already not making you enough money, not protecting the old traditional model set by the music industry. It's about readjusting and saying, how much money could I get for licensing my voice? How much more life does my career have now with this access to help assist me in creating a new album?
So you finna say the AI got you sounding like beans back then? That's what you saying?
Yeah.
How many times do hip hop fans say, man, I miss the old Kanye. Man, I miss the old J. Cole. Man, I miss the old Kendrick. This is just me throwing shit at the wall. I feel like AI may have the possibility of evoking older versions of the artists at an accuracy that they themselves are too far removed to tap into. When you have AI, which has the ability to comb through your entire catalog, pick out all these nuanced things, pick up these words, when they're able to formulate lyrics, they're not always the best, but they're able to formulate lyrics based upon what's been dumped into the algorithm and then spit out an example of what you would do. That may in turn help these artists create another source of income for the people who have not been served, who are fans of their older music, who said, man, I just miss when you made music this type of way. Well, instead of asking the human, who I think it's unfair to ask that of because we're always evolving or should be evolving, instead of asking them to have the same mindset at 17 as when they're 37, now you can have something that is constantly serving you up the era of that artist that you love the most. Imagine if you were a young Jeezy fan. And a Jeezy fan, not the entrepreneur Jeezy that we see today, but the snowman Jeezy that we all came to know. Imagine if you got albums consistently from that Thug Motivation 101 era, and they were still being pumped out even today. AI has the ability to do that.
Y'all want that old, what they say, the old beans? Because the pen's still there. It's just the voice. So if y'all want that, man, I'm gonna shoot y'all something, man.
Now imagine that. The artists that are going to win, the producers that are going to win in this era of AI are going to be the hybrids. They're going to figure out a term for it. I'm just going to call it the hybrids. Those of us that have the ability to not only utilize and stay at the cutting edge of some of this AI technology, but those of us who have the ability to say, all right, match what you just did in terms of speeding up the creative process. Match what you did in terms of digging through my entire catalog and using your algorithm to give me some ideas that at least spark something new in me, and then taking this pen game, this skill set that I've been working on for the last 20 years to contribute to that. You, as the person that's refusing to use AI, you can't compete with that. You know how I know? Because it's the same mindset of the people who think they can compete with a songwriting team of 10 or 20 people. You're not in that competition. We're DIYers, but we're also realists at the same time. The hybrids, I feel, the folks who are like Beanie Sigel are going to be the ones who are going to find out how to get the most out of this. Now, to add on to this, there was an interview on Big Boy's Neighborhood with Ty Dolla $ign, and Ty Dolla $ign kind of echoed a lot of the same thing that we're hearing right now from Beanie Sigel.
The newest technology is AI, for instance, right? So I was able to get with this team, and we created my own AI to where it's the talking voice and it's the singing voice. And a lot of people are like worried about it, like, oh, they could put your voice on anything, but you can't put my voice on anything and it go like on a big streaming service unless we clear it. So I'm not worried about it.
Me using my crystal ball and trying to predict the future, I think that artists are going to break away from the traditional major label system because it's just not paying enough. AI gives you teammates. It gives you folks to be a part of your staff that are more reliable than human beings can be. It allows you to speed up the artwork process of your album. It allows you to have your voice be utilized in ways that don't require you to physically be in the room. I think about a Ty Dolla $ign, and I also think about how often these type of singers and artists are having to spend the majority of their lives in studio sessions. Now, I say have to because they obviously chose as a profession and they love what they do. But in order to pay their bills, they must physically be in so many different places in order to keep their name relevant, in order to keep their contacts warm. What I see with AI is the opportunity for them to buy some of that time back. That is the most expensive thing that we spend on a regular basis, our time. We can get as much money as we want. We can't buy back time. If you're someone who's creating a demo that you want Ty Dolla $ign, use your voice for the demo. Now Ty Dolla $ign can say, all right, I like this idea. I would probably shift these words, but you know what? Do you want the Ty Dolla $ign version or the AI version that sounds just like me, but doesn't require me to go in there and do multiple takes and spend extra time away from family and the projects that I'm currently working on for my own career? I really look at this and I'm like, AI is not only going to assist people in their process, is going to also help them buy some time that otherwise would have been spent trying to be omnipresent in all these different spaces. Never thought about AI as being something that could help restore someone with the powerful voice as a Beanie Sigel, but it's crazy to hear him say that. Those are my words on that, though. What do you guys think?
DIY.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.